Mitch, how's the heart rate at the moment?
Good deep breaths. I haven't checked my Apple Watch to see where it's at, but uh, being around these guys, they provide large amounts of energy. So, um, just let them do their thing, stay out of their way, and that was an incredible day of baseball to watch. Not only on the performance side, but um, how these guys take care of each other and they love each other and they want to do anything possible to get the job done. I'm just in awe of how special these young men are.
With Garrett, and I mean to come here and do what he's done, and not just tonight, but in this entire regional as a freshman. What do you think makes him so special and gives him the ability to come through there in big moments like he did?
Other than his amazing hair, um, just I remember the first time meeting him, and I think that he's wanted to be an Oregon State Beaver since the day he was born, and he's genuine, and he's passionate, and he's hardworking, and he is so comfortable with who he is. It makes everybody else around him. I think that there's everybody just love like they can't help but smile being around him, and his work ethic, his confidence. I mean, that alone, his confidence spreads to other people. It doesn't matter who he's facing or what the situation of the game is. And there's so many of these guys that have that too. But when you have a freshman that comes in and he's breaking the huddle and getting everybody together and saying what's on his mind and believes in this thing like he does, uh, you know, you're excited to see him at the plate in the ninth inning, right? With the game on the line. There's no doubt about it.
Mitch, looking at yesterday and just today and everything you guys have accomplished the last couple of days, this fight and the drama that you guys have been able to persevere through, what does it say about this team?
And we've talked about this before. How many games have we been in this year that have been decided by 3 or less, the close ones? And I think that that's been a huge piece of why these guys are so resilient. They've been in tight games all year long, and you're playing in the postseason against the best competition, and they've been building it all year, finding a way to build that strength to endure through challenges and tough times, and come from behind and elite level pitching and guys that are getting in the box and hyper competitive at the plate, and our pitchers. It seems like all I've heard is, from an internal point, how special this is and how much these guys care about one another. And, as many times as I've heard people doubt some of these guys and what they're capable of doing, no one knows how hard they've been working all year long. No one knows what it's like because we've been kind of, secluded from everyone else. But being there as a coach and watching and listening to them, how they've gone about their business. These last 3 games, I don't know if we'd, if you could plan it any other way. Playing great teams, got to play, great ball. We've made some mistakes, no doubt about it, but we just keep hammering away, and defense is doing great things. Pitchers are doing great things. These guys are warriors, and offensively, ball gets away. Guys are looking to advance or take a bag or find a way to push, drag, do whatever you possibly can, grinding out 2 strike at bats and find a way to get on base. Sure, everyone has an answer to what should be going on, but no one knows what these guys have gone through, and no one knows how big their heart really is. And I'm sure these last couple of days watching these games, everyone can see it very clear how amazing they are and how big their heart is, how big their fight is.
Big moment in the game, in hindsight, not quite as big, but was your decision to pull Mully and also to pitch to Glenn. Could you just lead us through those 2 decisions?
Yeah, well, Glenn's a real good hitter too, and matchup, especially Verb and what he's been doing, staying down in the zone. Right now bullpen's going to get a little bit lighter the more guys you have to use, and we got another game we got to get after tomorrow. Thought the matchup was really good. Mundt did a fantastic job getting after it and eliminating anyone from getting on base, which also brought us to the point where Moley's coming in, left, right, left, or what have you, down the order 8-9-1, which are all great matchups. And really for Verb, it wasn't like we were going to be sitting there trying to give him anything. You have potential with the game on the line that a guy who can locate really well, who's got a solid slider, can locate his fastball. And it's not like we're going to give in to him with anything. And I'll take that Warrior or either of those guys on the mound at any given time. That's a fantastic 1-2 punch. And it doesn't matter what situation's out there. Those guys want the baseball, right? I mean, you saw what Verb did earlier today, closing out a big game. We've seen what Moley has done all year long. Both those guys have had phenomenal Oregon State Beaver careers. But right there, I think we just left a little too much of the plate. I was off to the side, so couldn't see it. But we had talked about expanding a bit and seeing if we can get a chase. If you pitch to him right there, or if you don't pitch to him, talking about putting the go-ahead run on. So I trust what our guys can do, and I believe that if we get the out right there, game over. And if we don't get the out right there, guess what? Garrett Forrester's leading off.
Mitch, how would you describe where your pitching staff is at now? Obviously, a lot today, and then who do you have somebody lined up to start tomorrow?
Yeah, so there was got like looking at what some of the guys have done today. Obviously, Burns was phenomenal early on too, getting after it. There's a handful of things to take into account here, I guess. You got the temperature, right? The humidity. You got to read what their bodies are doing and what they've been going through. So just watching how they're doing, where their pitches are going, not just based on results out or hit, but also looking at how their bodies are reacting, what they look like when they're coming in the dugout, right? Face might be a little flushed. So it's part of just knowing your guys, and also understanding that we're not just here to win one game, right? We're here to win it all. And we got to make sure that we're in a strong position to do that as well. For Burns, I think, kept him at a decent pitch number right there that he can bounce back tomorrow. So a lot of planning, small touches, passing the baseball to the next guy. So you're not trying to do too much, but when you're out there and there's guys in scoring position, and it's hot and you've been here all day, sometimes that can catch up to you real quick. I thought, Frisch did a fantastic job getting out there, being under control. After throwing quite a few pitches the other day, just settling in, landing his changeup. But these guys, you can tell when they're just about done and they need a breath. So we're going to break that down. I guess you know how I am. When you ask me a question, I'm going to keep talking, and so do all the players.
So you haven't decided on a starter tomorrow, or you're just going to announce it tomorrow?
We're working on it, right? All these guys are going to get some rest, and we're going to make sure that we have the best plan possible going forward tomorrow. And if there's an Oregon State Beaver on the mound, I think we're in a good place.
Okay, we're joined by Joey Mundt. We'll go straight to questions.
Joey, just is there a way to sum up today for you guys, all the emotion, the 2 comebacks, just everything that goes on, your season, hanging in the balance? Can you just lead us through what today was like for you guys?
It was definitely a long day having a doubleheader. It was a lot, but I think our team does really well when we have our backs against the wall and there's actually something on the line. It was a lot of fun. It was a long day, but emotions were high. I mean, everyone loved it. It's been long, but it was a crazy, eventful day, and we got tomorrow to go. And I mean, we're excited.
Joey, can you take me through kind of your personal emotions there in the 7th and the 8th, having 2 really good shutdown innings? Like, what's going through your head when you come off the field there in the 8th?
I was excited. I mean, we got the lead. We had a 1-run lead, so it was still close, but backing up my guys and being able to go 1, 2, 3 and get the batters back out there it was awesome. I love the atmosphere here, having a big crowd finally. It was intense, but I love every second of it.
I know
kind
you
of
get. Oh, go Joe.
I was just going to say it's kind of a tough, close for the bullpen and you guys, but it's been a remarkable turnaround. You've been super clutch here this weekend. What do you attribute that transformation to for you guys?
I feel like our bullpen's been solid all year. I mean, we've had some ups and downs kind of later, but I feel like just knowing that we can come in, pick up our guys, make our pitches, we know we got their backs and the hitters are going to back us up. It was definitely stressful in the end of that game, but I mean, we got away with it with Garrett, and that was awesome. I mean, walk-offs are cooler, so that's what we're saying.
And how was the reaction with Forrester when he finally got back to you guys? Is he still in one piece?
Yeah, I think his heart's still racing. I mean, mine's still racing. I'm still pumped up for him. It's still unbelievable. It's awesome what that kid can do, and he's only a freshman. It's pretty unbelievable.
Okay, we're joined by Garrett Forrester now, and straight to questions.
Garrett, and can you just take us through that moment? What are the emotions right now?
Still high, heart's still racing. Incredible moment for sure. Guy threw nothing but sliders, so that was my approach, just sticking with the slider the whole at bat. And be honest, when I hit it, I thought it was foul and kind of slowly went out of the box, not thinking it was going to be fair. Saw it sneak by the pole. From there, just in shock.
How hard is that when you know you're getting nothing but junk away and you're not gonna be able to turn on anything?
For me, that's my sweet spot. I like it out over the plate, so that's definitely where I was looking for it. In that situation, of course, wanting to do kind of what I did. I was definitely wanting to pull something in the air, but stuck with my approach and hit it the other way.
What was it like there when you crossed home plate, just the motion and getting mobbed and all of that? Lead us through that scene for you.
Yeah, my teammates are amazing. I love this family and all the boys. I was getting mobbed, my jersey ripped off, and I was afraid they were going to grab me by the neck and pull me down. Yeah, just super high emotions, heart racing the whole time. It was an awesome moment.
You ever had a walk-off home run before?
I have not nothing even close to this.
I mean, to come here as a freshman and obviously put together a couple of really good games. What do you think has kind of been behind that for you?
Confidence is 100% the biggest aspect of hitting. Came in here being a freshman, the playoff atmosphere definitely is a completely different thing than hitting in the regular season. So coming in there, getting a few hits off the bat, raise confidence, and then from there just putting together good ABs.
With kind of the emotional marathon that today was, how do you guys come back and do this all again tomorrow?
We got to stick to what we do best and be gritty. We're fighters through and through. Every guy on this team is unbeatable.
How would you describe the fight of this team? How have you guys been able to do this weekend?
Well, we have this firecracker, the name of Wade Meckler, and he is an unbelievable mentor to our team. And anytime that he feels that there is a lull in our emotion, he will fire us up 100%.
And what does that look like?
He just pulls us all together, all the hitters, or the whole team, depending on what's happening, and he'll just give us a little fire up speech. He's the best at it.
Garrett, you've had some pretty good runs this season, some pretty good streaks, but you're really hitting the ball well here, in Fort Worth. What's going on with your swing? How have you kind of put this all together right now? What do you attribute your hot streak to?
Man, just sticking with my approach. I like to see the ball down, like to see it away, and that's where I've gotten pitched to a lot during the regular season. People were trying to bust me in, and I got used to that towards the end of the year. So just sticking to what I do best and driving the ball the other way is definitely been a huge part of how I've done the last few days.
Final question.
Garrett, it seems like the freshmen have kind of been leading the pack in this little postseason run. What does it say about you, Kyle, Justin, this group of you who are newcomers but ready for the postseason?
Oh, we're just excited to play, excited to be with this great organization, this great group of guys, trying to get to where we all want to be in the College World Series. And being freshmen, we're just trying to do all we can do for the older guys and get us to where we want to be.